Well, that was interesting. So, what is up, guys? I am Joey, and welcome to my new sports channel. Now, I've been tinkering around with this idea for a long time, and while Villa obviously, of course, haven't been playing, I've been thinking and checking out my old videos to see if they're still getting views, my Villa videos, etc. And yeah, they still do really well, and I get asked all the time, oh, are you making any more? And ultimately I wasn't actually going to, but I love Villa way too much to just not make anything. So I'm actually made a whole channel dedicated to it instead. So welcome to I Am Joey's sports channel. I think I'm going to call it I Am Joey Sports TV, I think. So welcome anyway. Today I'm going to talk about the game that just happened, Wolves game. Ultimately, do I think Villa are going to go up, down? I was going to say up then. And also, not only that, I'm just going to talk about Premier League as a whole. Now, I want to start off by saying massive congratulations to Liverpool for winning. I actually really like Liverpool as a team. I really like their players. I think they're fantastic, and I really like Jurgen Klopp as a person and a manager. I think they're brilliant, so congratulations to them. And I'm so happy Man City didn't win. I'm sorry if you're a Man City fan, I'm just so happy you didn't win for once. So there we go. Anyway, we've got that out of the way. So let's talk about Villa and Wolves. 'Cause of course, I'm a Villa fan. This is going to be mostly a Villa channel, so let's talk about that game that just happened. Now, I've got them. First of all, I'm going to go through the stats. Now, before the game, I was not optimistic. Wolves are fighting for Europe/Champions League, which is insane, so congratulations to those. So, I just want to say, I was not expecting anything out of this game. I wasn't expecting a draw, I wasn't expecting a win, I was expecting us to play really poorly and get absolutely smashed 4 or 5-0. I'm not going to lie, with how good Wolves are and can be, I was expecting a loss. However, after watching the game for the first half an hour or so before that first drinks break, I was really surprised to see how poor Wolves were playing. And I personally haven't really watched Wolves at all this season. And I was just really surprised that they were playing so badly. I was thinking to myself, is it because Adama isn't playing and he's on the bench? At first I was like, why isn't he playing? But then I was thinking maybe he's going for a rest because they've got some big games coming up. Of course, like I said, fighting for Europe/Champions League. That's more or less guaranteed Europe for them now, and Champions League is a potential, which is amazing for Wolves and Midlands in general. I'm just really pleased that someone in the Midlands is at least doing well. I'm just happy it's Wolves and not Birmingham, obviously. So I just want to say, start to start, I was really like, we're going to get absolutely pumped. And then, like I said, the first half an hour, I was like, whoa, they're not as good as I thought they were going to be. So, within the first half an hour, the possession was actually in Villa's favour. I'm almost positive when I looked at the possession, we almost had about 60 to 70% possession in the first 20 minutes. But bear in mind, no really amazing chances created where I thought that should have been a goal. So yeah, but leading up to the drinks break, I thought Villa were really good, and I was like, actually, we might potentially, might be a Sheffield situation where we could just draw and it would be a 0-0, or we could win. Do you know what I mean? We could nick it last minute, and I was like, I'm up for that. I'm sure we all were. I was like, I'm up for this. We could do this. And then that drinks break came and everything else came down with it. And after that first break, fuck knows what Dean Smith said, but we did nothing. We almost scored an own goal, Nyland. Oh my god, I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But oh my god, we didn't look threatening. And people have been begging, please put 2 up front. And what did Dean Smith do? He put 2 up front. Did it work? No, it didn't. And I think I know why. Our players are not good enough. I don't know about you, but I'd never heard of half of our players before we bought them. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, because look at John McGinn. John McGinn is probably one of the best players we have bought in most recent years, and for 2 million, that's a no-brainer. However, I'm talking about players like Marvelous Nakamba, who actually, by the way, didn't do too bad today. Samatta, I just personally think he's out of his depth. And I don't know why, it's just something's not clicking, and I don't know what it is. But of course, I'm not the manager, and that's not my place to figure out. However, I'm obviously a fan, so it's my place to critique. And I'm like, what is going on at Villa? What is happening that isn't just smushing together? That's just clicking like Wolves did. Like, Wolves are buying players. Their recruitment, we'll just throw Adama in there and Raul Jimenez, and they just go together like glue. And it's fantastic. And obviously, to watch Wolves play, not so much today, but I'm sure because of obviously the place they're at, they must click so well. Is it the management? Is it the coaching? Is it the fact players just can't be bothered? I don't know. But today, some of the players, Samatta, Connor maybe a little bit, Konza, he's not a right back, so he shouldn't be there. I personally would have started Al Mohammadi on the right, and moved either Konza to the middle and put Courtney at left back when Target went off, unfortunately, or took Courtney off, brought Taylor on, and started Al Mohammadi in the first place. That's probably what I would have done. But when I saw the team selection today, I was like, this isn't too bad. It's not terrible. And I just don't know what it is. It's just not going together. So when it isn't going together, what do? You try something else. And apart from playing 2 up front today, it just felt like watching the same Villa as last week. But I don't really know what to say about it without sounding like a massive crybaby. And Villa could go down to League One, and I will always still support Villa, don't get me wrong. But I don't know, it's just something not clicking. And I'm not, before comments, it's Dean Smith, he needs to go. There is no point in Smith going with like 6 games left. There is just no point, because by the time you play 2 of those games, you ain't even going to have a manager. You're going to have like a backup, and it'll probably be like Terry or the youth coach. I think it's Mark Delaney. Is it still? I'm not sure, but still, I don't know what's going on, and I don't want Dean Smith out. I don't, so don't even start me on that same brigade, because I don't. I didn't want Smith in, don't get me wrong, but I didn't want him out. I didn't really know much about Dean Smith before he came to Villa, apart from he was a Brentford manager, and lots of people liked him, so I didn't know about him. I'm glad he came in. I'm absolutely over the moon we got promoted, and I wouldn't change anything. But I'm not a Dean Smith out, so I just want to get that negativity out there. I don't know what's going on today, so I don't know why we're not gelling. I don't know what's going on, but something needs to happen. Something needs to change. I want to talk about 2 players specifically today, who, in my opinion, did really well. And first and foremost, Douglas Luiz. Oh my God, what a player he has turned out to be. I can see why Man City wanted him now. He is really showing some good quality, good tackles, good vision. He had a crack at goal, I think, at one point. What a good young player he is and could be for Villa if we go down and if we stay up and manage to keep hold of him. He's going to be fantastic. The second player I want to talk about, who hasn't been spoken about, only a little bit on BT Sports spoke about him, and that is Keenan Davis. Oh my God, he was a hairdresser at some point. He came through Bigglesworth Town or something, and came to Villa, and I tell you what, the strength of that kid He fought off like 3 or 4 defenders today holding that ball up. And these, bear in mind, are playing for Champions League. He did very well today, in my opinion. He needs that end product, don't get me wrong, and I think that'll come with confidence. But those 2 players, Douglas Luiz and Keenan Davis today, in my opinion, they did very well. Now, let's talk about the guy on everyone's lips at the moment, Jack Grealish. Now, I've read comments just before I started filming saying Jack Grealish, he needs to be dropped. Now, my opinion, before I even saw those comments today, and before I went on to Facebook, my personal opinion of him that I was talking about with my girlfriend is, I think he looks like he's signed for someone else. Personally, I think he's gone. As much as Villa fans as we don't want to say it, and Jack is also saying, oh yeah, I just want to stay up and help Villa stay up and get them to where they need to be. Total bollocks. Money talks. Fan or no fan, I know he is everyone knows Jack Grealish loves the Villa, but everyone also knows how good he is, how much better than Villa he is, and how good he could be in a team, say for example like Man United, Chelsea, Tottenham, whatever. Everyone knows how good he could be and how much better he could be. Let's just put it like this, Jack Grealish at the moment, not so much today, but before, especially in the Championship, look how much the Aston Villa relied on Jack Grealish. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be where we are today. We would still be in the Championship, probably close to the bottom, unless we had some substantial signings. Now, in the Premier League, Jack is our top scorer. I'm pretty sure he has our top assists as well. He's also won us the most fouls, and God knows how many free kicks and corners and things we've scored from as well with Jack winning us the corner or winning us the free kick. He's the most fouled player in a season in Premier League history. So what does that tell you? Now, today, Jack looked gone. He didn't look interested. He still did what he had to do, don't get me wrong. He didn't play poorly. I'm not saying he played poorly before anyone throws that out there. And I still know Jack Grealish is the best player we've got by a mile and is still carrying us, even with a semi-good performance or semi-bad, whatever you want to call it. I still know he's carrying Villa. However, when Villa conceded a goal today, the camera went straight to Jack, and Jack's reaction said it all. He looked fed up, he looked bored, he didn't throw his arms in the air or have a fit like he cared. He put his head down and just went like this. Now, don't know about you. Obviously, most of you watching this are Villa fans. I don't know about you, but if you were playing for Aston Villa and you didn't have a sniff from another club, you would be raging that another person scored against your team. When that goal went in, that they scored today, I was going, you know, as we all do. And Jack just put his head down and just shook it. And to me, that's disappointment. I can't be bothered. I'm better than this. Why am I still here? And a number of all these other things that Jack... And you don't know what other managers have said in his ear after a game. Oh, come here, Jack. Come here. Or, do you know what I mean? Anyone could have said anything to Jack to turn his head at this point. Everyone will want to buy Jack in the summer, especially if we go down. It'll literally be like an eBay bidding auction. Everyone will want to bid, and it'll be the highest winner takes all. And I think Jack knows this. His actions as well during lockdown. Like, where's your brain coming from thinking these things? Like, me and Jack are a very similar age, and like, it would have to be a substantial amount of pressure for me to go over on the piss with someone It would have to be someone really special for me to just think, yeah, I'm going to leave my home and go out on the piss, crash my car, and stand outside with people taking pictures of me pissed off my head. Like, come on, Jack, use your brain. You're such an intelligent footballer, so we know you're smart. So, I personally think, on the Jack front, he's gone. I think he's sold. I think he knows in his head he's going. I know he said, oh, I'm waiting for things to see what's going on and just to blah, 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 and my focus is Villa. I could say my focus is YouTube, and that don't mean I'm not doing other things. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, it's very difficult with Jack. And coming down to the question that someone was asking on Facebook or saying, and when he said this in actually a really good way. He said, don't come for me, please hear me out, and I'm going to be saying exactly the same thing. Should Jack Grealish be dropped? Now, first of all, let me know in the comments what you think. Should Jack Grealish be dropped? Either a yes or no here's why, yes, here's why. And I'm going to tell you guys what I think. I think he should not be dropped because of two reasons. Reason number one, who have we got to replace him in his position? Sure, we could throw Connor and McGinn in the middle and then have Douglas Luiz behind him and then El Ghazi on the right and Trez on the left, or vice versa. That probably wouldn't work out too bad, but it'd be nowhere compared to the impact that Jack's make. Jack, on half a day, even when he probably fully can't be asked, or probably win you twice the amount of fouls and get you into twice the good amount of positions that anyone in our team could. Not only that, if he clicks on and just decides, I'm going to play now, he would rip any team apart in the Premier League. He would absolutely shred them. So my answer is, personally, no. I don't think he should be dropped. However, if he is dropped, which I don't think he's going to be, but if he is, my team would be in the midfield I'm on about now. Trez and El Ghazi on the wings, whichever way around you want those. Douglas Luiz, Horahan, and McGinn. And obviously, Horahan and McGinn in the middle, Douglas Luiz just behind them two, El Ghazi, Trez on the wings, and then Samatta and Davis. I'd try it again up top. That would be my team if he was dropped. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be dropped, so just hold those hate comments. I'm not saying he's going to be dropped, so just bear that with me, okay? Now, let's talk a little bit about... I actually want to talk about Wolves. I want to talk about Wolves. So, personally, I don't know about you, but I'm going to just say this one comment, and I'm going to have Wolves fans in the fucking comments, or I can see it coming now, go, but we're better than you. I want to say this before I say what I was going to say. Wolves, I know, are better than Villa. I know that you would be absolutely stupid not to agree that Wolves are not better than Aston Villa. Wolves are leagues above Aston Villa, quite obviously, as the league table is shown. Now, I've thrown that out there, and another thing I want to say is a huge congratulations to Wolves for doing well this season. It's incredible, and I just want to congratulate you for that. If you're a Wolves fan watching, you've literally shot all the Villa fans up by doing as well as you've done, and massive, massive congratulations to you. Now, I don't know about you, but when I was watching it on BT Sports Just, they literally, the commentators, and in the intermissions, all they did was talk about Wolves. Wolves this, Wolves are doing this, Wolves are doing that, Adama this, Adama that. The only comment they made about Villa was they're probably going down, and also how poorly they played, and the fact that Jack is now the most fouled player in the Premier League. That's it. That's all Villa got. The rest was all Wolves. Even though in the beginning of the match, Villa had most of the possession. Now, why is that? Let me know in the comments why you think that is. Is it just because Wolves are a better team? Or Wolves have got more to talk about, perhaps? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. But that really, really made me, like... Great! Good for Wolves! you talk about Villa now and kind of make it fair, even? Do you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments what you think about that, or am I just being dead salty? Don't know. Let me know. Anyway, I want to bring up the stats from the game today. So actually, the finishing stats weren't that much between the two teams. Now, I just want to read these stats. Now, these stats are between, bear in mind, between Wolves, who are in 5th place, and Aston Villa, who are in 19th. Now, I don't know about you, but Aston Villa had 10 shots today. Wolves had 9, and Villa only had 1 on target. Wolves only had 3 on target. Possession-wise, Wolves had 55% and Villa had 45% possession. Fouls, 15 for Villa, 17 fouls for Wolves, 1 yellow card to each team. Wolves had 2 offsides and we each had 2 corners. Now, I don't know about you, but that doesn't seem to me like a huge difference between someone who's fighting for Champions League and someone who is fighting for relegation and is 19th. Like, you would have thought someone fighting for... Now, this isn't me saying Wolves are bad. This isn't me saying that at all. This is actually me saying the opposite. This is me saying that Villa, people are saying there was no fight, there was no blah blah, there was no this, there was no that. Now, for me, that tells you that Villa obviously weren't absolutely battered, which is obviously a great thing. So, Villa weren't battered. So that goes on to the next thing that I want to talk about. Will Villa be relegated? Now. That really is the question we all want to know. Will Villa be relegated? So let's have a look. So we have Norwich with 21 points. Villa with 27 points. Bournemouth in 18th with 27 points. West Ham in 17th with 27 points. And Watford in 16th and with 28 points. And Brighton in 15th with 33 points. Now, I don't know about you, but between 15th and 19th, there's only 6 points between 19th and 15th place. Now, that's incredible. That means 1 win and you're almost 15th. That's insane. Like, if Villa won today, which obviously we didn't, 27, that would have took us to 30 points. That would have put us in 16th place as opposed to the 19th, what we're in now. And unfortunately now, all the teams around us as well have a game in hand. Brilliant. So that means we have to rely on other teams to lose. Which brings me to my next question. Obviously, it's the same question. Will Villa get relegated? Now, I'm going to look at Bournemouth's next game. Now, Bournemouth have to play Newcastle. Bournemouth are at home, but I think at this point in time, with the relegation, with the whole coronavirus and things being played behind closed doors, I think the whole home advantage thing just completely goes out the window. I'm going to be honest. So Bournemouth actually have Newcastle next. Now, I can actually see Bournemouth losing that because Newcastle are a very good team. And I'm really surprised we played... we didn't get beat by Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle like 10th, 11th. So they should theoretically be beating Bournemouth. So the next game, Bournemouth, is actually against Man United. Now, of course, you would think Man United are going to win that. The next game's Tottenham. The next game's Leicester. The next game's Man City. And then it's Bournemouth against Southampton. So Bournemouth have got to play all the teams above them. And a lot of them are in the top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of their last 6 games are in the top. The teams in the top 6. Most of them in the top 4. So Bournemouth have got a good chance of losing almost every game. Now they're the team above us. Bear that in mind. Now we're going to go to West Ham now, and West Ham have got Chelsea to play, Newcastle, Burnley, Norwich, Watford, Man United and us. And we are the last game of the season. Could this go down to the last game of the season, I wonder? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Will it go down to the last game of the season? Personally, I think it will. I really do think it will. And it's gonna, because of West Ham having that advantage over us as well, of the game in hand. Who knows? Now, West Ham have got Chelsea to play, Newcastle, Burnley, Norwich, Watford, Man United. So they're a mixture of games, a bit like ourselves. They're a bit of a mix. So, but they do have Norwich to play, who are rock bottom. So that is a potential easy 3 points for West Ham. And West Ham aren't a bad team. They just happen to be worse than everyone else. But that doesn't make them bad. It's a bit like Villa. Villa are not a bad team. With the likes of Jack Grealish, McGinn, you've got other players who I quite like El Ghazi I like, and Mings, of course, at the back. I do really like Mings. We're not a bad team. We just happen to have a really, really bad way of performing. And like I said, it just doesn't click. Now, going back to... very quickly before I end this video, because this has been a really long video, going back to Villa, do I think we'll go down? It's really hard to say. At this moment in time, my head says yes, Villa might go down. However, my heart will always say no, because we are the mighty Aston Villa, and we will always fight till the end. I think next game, if the players show a little bit of fight and passion and have a rocket up their ass from Dean Smith, I really do think we can win against anybody. I really do believe, that's not me being a deluded Villa fan, genuinely believe that we, as a team, have the potential to easily not get relegated. It's just whether the players can really, really put in a performance and gel like they need to. We haven't really gelled since January, and we haven't really gelled all season, to be honest with you. But I don't feel like it's a change that's going to take 2 or 3 years, like when we first got relegated. I feel like this is just going to be a quick flip of tactics, and it'll be like, shit, win. Do you know what I mean? We can do this. We can. We know we can. Otherwise, it wouldn't piss us off so much. If we thought that we were going to lose every game, we wouldn't rage so much when we lose. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that we get pissed off knows... We know as Villa fans we could win. So, but anyway, congratulations again to Wolves for beating us. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please do drop a like for this analysis. Again, do I think Jack will go? More than likely. Do I think Villa will get relegated? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. And we actually next are playing... So we have got a whole week until we have to play Liverpool. Now I would take every second in that week to discuss your tactics, talk Jack into playing well, and also sorting out that fucking goalkeeper. Because oh my god, every game I watch him, it makes me nervous and my teeth are getting smaller and smaller from grinding. So sort it out, because we can do this. We are Aston Villa. We can beat anyone. We've beat Liverpool once this year. We can do it again. They've already won the league, so they don't really have much to play for. So we can catch them off guard now. Really, really, really think about this and get it together, Villa, because we can do this. I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. This is my new channel. I am Joey. I'm just going to say I am Joey Sports or something. And I really, really appreciate you coming to this channel, guys. Of course, I am the one that does the Last Chance to Saloon live streams and used to do the live streams on Instagram as well. So please do smack that like button. I am trying to get the stream sorted, so bear with me. Also, subscribe if you are new, because I am going to be bringing out videos on this channel like there is no tomorrow. We've got football, not just Villa, but just football in general. And we have also got a massive, another massive passion of mine, fishing. If you love fishing, you will love this channel. So please do subscribe to this channel. I am Joey, and I will be seeing you guys hopefully not next Sunday, because I want to bring out another video before then. Let me know in the comments what else you guys want me to talk about. Anyway, I will see you guys soon. Take it easy, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments, and up the f***ing Villa. We can do this. We are not getting relegated. We can do this. Take it easy, guys.